Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner. Actually, I've rebranded. I have to say it right now. Welcome to RevTrevNFL. Today we're talking about the Super Bowl. Are you kidding me right now? The biggest game of the year. And as you can see, I'm a Packers fan who loves the NFL, and I'm excited about this big game. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a fun. The two best teams in the league going head to head, and what an incredible night it's going to be, right? It's going to be a show. So I'm looking forward to it. You've got some great defenses, you've got some really prolific offenses, and what else could you want, really, right? What else could you really want? So before we forget, post your predictions for the Super Bowl in the comments. I'd really appreciate to see it, and love for you to be here and be a part of that that conversation. So as you know, this video is actually about the 49ers and the five keys to winning the Super Bowl. Now, this is the thing. Both these teams are fantastic, amazing. It could go either way. So if you've watched my prediction video, you saw that I predicted that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win 24-17. So check back on that video. If you haven't seen it yet, go back to Super Bowl predictions video in the thing, and you'll see why I think that. But today I want to talk about why the 49ers have a chance, not only a chance, a really good chance of winning the Super Bowl. And I think that's an important thing to talk about. I really, really do. I think it's an incredible thing to discuss because they are legitimately good. This is not a joke. This is a really, really good team. And I can see many scenarios where they are going to and really have a good chance of winning the Super Bowl. So I do want to dive into the five keys for a 49er victory, because it's real. It's not just something I'm thinking about or trying to whatever get clickbait. This is, at the end of the day, this is legitimate. Like, they are a very good team. Now, before we dive into that, if you haven't followed me on X, on YouTube, on TikTok, or on Facebook yet, please do. My new handle is, I've moved from Kempner Sports over to RevTrevNFL because I love making NFL content as well as Packers content. That's just a given. So please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get into this video together. Okay, so here are my five keys to a 49er victory. Number 5 is Kyle Shanahan and team have to bring their A game. Listen, Andy Reid and Sperano, all those guys have Super Bowl experience, winning experience, as well as getting there. I mean, how many AFC championship games? So this team has to have great coaching, great scheme. They have to have their players prepared. Okay, absolutely have to have their players prepared to have a shot at winning this game. And I think that's it's really important. I know, like, we always want to talk about players, and we always want to talk about, we might even talk about special teams or whatever it is, even though all those things are important. But at the end of the day, it's very important that this coaching staff is ready to go, and they need to do a great job. They need to be ready and just prepared. I mean, they can't get out coached by Coach Reid. They can't get outplayed by some of the star players for them, and players got to produce. And so that's just part of that, the coaching and the production. I mean, you can go for it and fourth down, have all the right calls and everything, and it hits someone's hand, they drop it or whatever it is. And it wasn't the coaching on that one, but it does count. You put the trust into your players. So that's number 5. That's kind of it's not a given, but it's not just like they got to coach good enough. They have to bring their A game, in my opinion. And I think they will. I think they're going to bring bring their A game. Now, number 4 is definitely one that's for every single game going out there, but I think that they have to win the turnover battle. If they can get an interception or two on Mahomes, that is going to make a difference. If they can get one of their players to fumble or whatever it is, because both these defenses are fantastic, very, very, very good. So whoever usually wins the turnover battle wins the game, and that's also amplified in the Super Bowl. I mean, granted, you had moments in the Super Bowl in the past where like someone scored a special teams touchdown, and that was the difference of the game. And so it is what it is, right? So obviously, Captain Obvious comment here, win the turnover battle. If they can win the turnover battle, they have a really good shot at winning this game. But number 3 is something that I think, is important, but the 49ers O-line has to show up and has to show out. Like, they have to produce. Like, these guys get paid good money. They've been working hard all year, all the important pieces to it, right? So I think that because you got to protect Purdy. I mean, if you let Chris Jones and company run havoc on Purdy, it's going to get ugly. It's going to be bad. Now, granted, you can flip it and say it for the opposite, and we'll talk about that later, the 49ers defense, but the 49ers offensive line has to show up and has to show out. They have to, or else there's no way they're gonna win this one. So I think these are just absolutely crucial keys to this game, obviously, but I don't think we talk about it enough. You know what I mean? Like that Kansas City defense is very good, and they're so underrated. Everyone wants to talk about the defense of the 49ers. You need to talk about the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the number 2 defense walking into the NFL playoffs. And so, and 49ers, I believe, were not number 1. So maybe I'm wrong on that. I'm sure I'm right on that one. So that they weren't number 1. So Kansas City's got the real deal defense. And so your 49ers offensive line has to show up and show out. So that's number 3. Number 2 is you need to get the ball into playmakers' hands because that means that Purdy has to play good enough or great. You know what I mean? So it kind of works all together. Like Purdy just needs to get the ball into Deebo Samuel's hands. That guy, I don't know what he is. He's a wrecking crew by himself. Like you get the ball into his hands and it's hard to bring him down. He is trucking. He is working hard. He was doing all those things. And so get that ball into his hands. Get the ball into McCaffrey's hands. He is the best running back in the NFL. He is fantastic. He's great. He's good. He's elite. He's a difference maker. I mean, you can't say enough good, good things about Christian McCaffrey. Like, I think it's Christian McCaffrey and then everyone else in regards to the best running backs in the NFL. And there's a lot of great running backs, trust me. But I think McCaffrey is one of those guys. I think like watching last couple of weeks with Ayuk and making that spectacular catch, get the ball towards him, throw the ball towards him. He can make plays, right? So, and then Kittle, of course, finding Kittle, again, another guy hard to bring down, works extremely hard. These guys are hungry. You know what I mean? Like this 49ers group, is it the last time the 49ers won the Super Bowl was like, I think when Billy Madison came out with the Adam Sandler movie with Chris Farley in it. Like, I think it was 1994 or something like that. Like, it's been a long time. So get the ball into those playmakers' hands. I mean, have a couple trick plays for sure where you're throwing it to guys who you wouldn't expect it. Absolutely. But get the ball into those playmakers' hands and then let them work their magic. I'm just saying, like, they are skilled. They are best in the league at what they do. And so definitely need to do that. And then, of course, number 1, first and foremost, because you got that guy on the other side named Patrick Mahomes. Ever heard of him? You know, you're talking about Travis Kelce. But at the end of the day, defense wins championships, and the 49ers have a legitimate defense. Like, I mean, these guys, there are so many Pro Bowlers on this team. I mean, Nick Bosa alone, you need that Nick Bosa name to be said a lot, getting the sacks and getting the pressure and make Mahomes' day like hellish, like trouble. Give him trouble, really, is what I'm trying to say. So this defense needs to come up big on fourth downs, on third and longs. I mean, this is the strength of their team. And so I believe, like, and I, as you heard me say in this video, that the Kansas City Chiefs are unbelievably good on defense, but so are the 49ers. Like, so are the 49ers. They are next level. They're one of the elite defenses in the league. And so it's exciting to see. And really, defense does win championships. I know that Mahomes has been there, has played really good. I mean, they've played some good defenses in Baltimore. I think Buffalo has a pretty good defense. Miami's not so much. I mean, they're solid, but they're not like elite. But I don't think they've not played a defense like this. I guess Baltimore would be the one that would be the closest to them, in my opinion. But yeah, but they've gone into hostile environments and won big games. And so here's the thing. Patrick Mahomes has had some average weeks this year. If you can get him, like, everyone wants to talk about Brock Purdy getting destroyed by the Baltimore Ravens, but nobody wants to talk about Mahomes hasn't been his great self. And if you can get him uncomfortable and you can get him in situations he doesn't want to be in, or, third and long. And then, I mean, it's not like he has Tyreek Hill. He's got to pass it to MVS for a big down. I mean, that guy can catch the ball, but he also has had some drop issues. I think that's the things that you want to do with Wagner and Ward and all these guys that are just so amazing. Like Chase Young has to get in and get a sack to like for the Super Bowl, right? Like things like that have to happen, and the scheming has to be right. And so I think this is the key to the game right here. Defense wins championships. Which defense is going to be better on Sunday? But if the 49ers want to win, this has got to be one of your biggest things. Yes, Purdy has to be good enough. And Purdy, your O-line needs to show up and show out. And you get get the ball into playmakers' hands. But at the end of the day, you control your own destiny by the way your defense plays, because you know that McCaffrey's going to show up. You know that these guys, like McCaffrey's never been to a Super Bowl. He's hungry, man. I could see him winning this. Like, he's like, I'm not losing this. I'm not going to miss this opportunity. There's a lot of guys on this 49er team have heard about the Super Bowls back in the day, have never experienced one, or it's been a while. It's been a while since they've been even in the finals. Is it how many years now? So it's a number of years now, right? So yeah, I mean, they're tired of losing. They don't want to. They want to be known as like the best franchise in the NFL, and this is one of their ways that they can win it. So again, who wins the Super Bowl? Post it in the comments. I'd love for you to comment on that. And also follow this channel. I'm going to be producing a lot of NFL content. I'm excited. So if you haven't followed me on TikTok, on Twitter or X, as the new kids say it, or Facebook or YouTube, please check out my content. I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, so I love talking about the NFL, and I love it that you showed up, and thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this. And of course, always enjoy the Super Bowl. I'm having a bunch of people over tomorrow. Looking forward to having everyone here. And it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a fun night. So hope you're doing well, and have a fantastic day.